to another episode of It Resolves. My name is Kevin.
My name's Will. With horrible hat hair right now.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
This is a great episode to listen to on the podcast. Welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in, listening, or watching, doing it, however you're doing it, where you're doing it. Late night
it is a
session.
very late night recording.
So we're going to try to skip through this bounce and bob and weave.
Yeah. We're going to try and get through it relatively quickly, also because our camera is low. So we'll do the best we can. Before we get into the episode, I do want to mention our giveaway. We had our Rivals of Ixalan bundle giveaway this past week, and our winner was Daniel Cruz. Congratulations to him. I also wanted to thank everybody for participating. We had over 40, somewhere between 40 and 50 participants. So thank you guys. Support, as always, is fantastic.
You just reminded me of a question I need to ask you at the end of the episode.
All right, good. Anyway, the schedule for today's episode, guys. We have, of course, our random card of the day kicking us off, and then we are going to go into Masters 25, just to a general talk about Masters. We're not going to get into too many specifics, but we'll run through it.
Never have we said that and followed through. On not.
We'll do the best we can.
Thing.
Again, we're limited on time.
Can you follow through to a negative? Follow through on not doing something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We've never done it.
Why not?
Whatever.
We, of course, then have our question of the week, which between now and that time, we need to think of one. And we have our Crack-A-Pack. So, kicking us off, we'll jump right into our random card of the day. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Chittering Host.
All right. This is... well, it's a flippy of
It is
something.
a flippy.
What's the other one?
I don't know.
Other parts. Is it Graph Rats?
Oh, okay. So it's
right.
So it's Graph Rats and Midnight Scavengers, and this is the double. This
Oh,
the back
that's
of
right.
The two.
That's
it's like
right.
the weird thing from Eldritch Moon.
Yeah. Okay. So the host itself has haste, menace.
Yeah.
When it enters the battlefield, other creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain menace until end of turn.
Which is
cute.
Yeah, I mean it's fine.
It's cute.
The thing about these, and I don't think we necessarily need to go over the other two sides all that much, because the thing about these was they were always really annoying to actually try to flip.
Yo, God.
You know what I mean? Like, it was just way too much effort to sink into something. It's like, if you get it, that's fine, but if you don't, then it's like not worth it at all.
It was really cute.
Yeah.
It just felt so like not magic to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it that much. I don't think we'll see it again, probably. And this is definitely like the worst of the meld cards.
Oh, yeah. The meld stuff was...
The best one were the two angels, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
I really like the two angels, although really only one half of that.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
You like...
Gisela?
Yeah.
Gisela was sweet. The other one, not so much.
She was okay.
Yeah. Way too expensive.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, not that great. It's just a common from Eldritch Moon, so it's not worth anything either. No surprise. But
what, 4 cents?
Yep, 4 cents.
Bet.
Not the best.
Nope.
Not the best. Anyway, that was quick. All right, let's go over Masters 25. So if you don't know, Masters is coming out later this month. This is the 25th anniversary set. There's a lot of fantastic reprints. Some questionable reprints, but ideally, it's supposed to be a master set, right? It's supposed to be high-ish value, and a draft set that hopefully is fairly fun.
Yes. So let's talk about the second thing first.
Okay.
As a draft set, thoughts?
I'm a little on the fence. I think it will be good. I definitely think there's a lot of really tricksy kind of things that you can do in this, which I like. I do feel like there's a few kind of mix-match things going on.
Okay.
So, for instance, like cycling, we see a few cards with cycling on it, but it's not like a dedicated cycling theme. It's just there happens to be a few cyclers. Morph, kind of the same way. There's a few morphers, but again, it's not necessarily a dedicated theme. So it just feels like it will be fun, but it won't necessarily be super, like, what's the word? Fleshed out, I guess is the term I'm looking for.
Okay.
I do think it will be pretty good, though.
I think it's going to be very good. No color seems like too strong with the reprints, even with Jace in the set. Like, nothing...
Well, and you don't count on Jace in a draft anyway, right?
No, but, I mean, he's the best card.
You get him,
But, I mean, I think every color has great value for limited.
Yeah, definitely.
I think There are... Nothing stands out to me as being super synergistic, I guess, except for your morph stuff that you can do, which is cute. And there is the Triskaidekaphobia
and Tree of Redemption combo.
Yeah, which is in there, which is fine.
There's also Flash and Protean Hulk.
Yeah.
There's a few little mini combo kind of things. Not necessarily things you should ever count on getting, but things that are kind of fun if you do get them.
So, oddly enough, this feels like the Iconic Master set we deserved.
I feel like it's almost the Iconic Master set we deserved.
Well, here's why I say that. Like, switch a few cards out, like Return Phalanx, take all the Thero stuff out. But Plummet, Pacifism, Bolt.
Yeah. We did end up with a lot of the cards we specifically pointed out in that episode of Iconic.
Yeah, Plummet specifically.
Yeah.
So cards that are iconic. Period. There's no other way to say it. They're in the set, and they're... I like the set.
I do like this set. No doubt, I like it a lot.
Fencing Ace. I had missed that my first time looking through.
Yeah, and that's downshifted to common, by the way.
Yeah, it was uncommon in return.
Yeah, it's hitting Popper, or it's supposed to hit Popper. So, it will.
We gonna hit all the Popper.
No, yes, I agree. This is generally a fairly iconic looking set. I do, and we talked about this before the episode. Some of the picks to represent certain sets just feel really weird.
Sure.
And so, as an example, Innistrad is represented in the rare mythic slot with Tree of Redemption at the mythic slot and Akroma's Vengeance at rare.
Feel like you could have gone with some better ones?
There were definitely better options.
Maybe Avacyn?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe like, Snapcaster Mage?
I don't know. It just seems a little odd. Yeah. There are a lot of instances of that happening, like Blue Sun Zenith for Mirrodin Besieged. Like, a good card, it is in a deck in, like, Legacy, it's like High Tide Draw or something like that, which is a good deck. But if you were going to go with one of the Zenith, like the Sun Zenith cards, I feel like maybe the black one would have been better.
Yeah, maybe.
But there's so many other options that also would have been good in this set, not the Sun's Zenith cycle. That being said, they really nailed it with some other cards. So, for instance, Elvish Piper is fantastic. It's a great reprint. Pact of Negation.
Always.
Super happy to see Pact back.
Yeah.
Living Death. Perfect. I like Eidolon. I know you're kind of skeptical on Eidolon, but I do think it works very well.
I get Eidolon, but I don't like Eidolon.
Azusa is great for champions. Courser is even great from Born of the Gods. It's not super high value anymore just because it's had a couple reprints, but it's a great card. I'm super happy to see that, and it does represent Born of the Gods. It's probably one of the best cards out of Born of the Gods.
From that block, it might be one of the only ones you want still.
Yeah. So there were hit or miss choices, right? And that's sort of why I feel a little bit on the fence about this set, is because in some cases I'm like amazed by what they chose. I think they did a perfect job. And then in other instances, it's like, could you not have picked something a little more exciting? Like, not even necessarily just add a ton of value, just a card that would have been more exciting. Like, that's all. I don't know.
I guess. There's nothing super exciting in the set, except for Jace.
Yeah.
But we all knew that. I mean, Phyrexian Obliterator,
I do really like him. I like Click, and Imperial Recruiter is a big one.
Click needed its reprint.
Kind of wish it had been at Rare.
I
get why it's at Mythic, but I just kind of wish it had been at Rare.
I guess.
It's good, but it's not, like, amazing.
Mythic Rare good?
Yeah.
No, I think you're right. It never really has been.
Right.
Mythic Rare.
I like Obliterator at Mythic more than I like Click, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I do too.
Mainly as a draft thing.
Because, in a limited sense.
Because Obliterator, that will win you the game, as it turns out.
Pretty scary.
Yes, definitely.
I mean, unless you just murder it, which you could do.
You can murder
it. And then...
or swords it.
That's true. You can do that too. Or ball lightning it.
Yeah.
Flash ball lightning. But then you sacrifice 6 permanents. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe it to be a fun set.
I think it will be fun. Little skeptical, but
the synergy isn't, like I said, it's not really, at least it's not apparent to me, but
yeah, I don't think it's very. I think they just were like, let's just get cool stuff in here.
Yeah, I mean, I just always draft.
I'm fine with that.
I draft beat face if I can, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Things I do want to mention, there were a couple popper includes off of this set. They always in the master set tend to downshift a few things to common. We talked about the fencing guy, whatever his name is, I don't remember. But
Fencing duelist.
That thing.
Duelist of fences. Man who fights fences. Fencing ace.
Fencing ace. There's also another big one, Hordling Outburst, is down to common now, which I think is fantastic. As well as Frenzied Goblin, in fact.
Frenzied Goblin.
I think, Hordling Outburst is a lot more likely to see play, but I think they both could in a Goblin deck. So there were plenty of others. Those were just a few that I wanted to point out because I do think those will hit Popper for sure.
Yeah. How about Popper taking off?
Yeah, Popper's doing great right now.
We have some local game stores who are starting Popper nights. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Another thing I do want to point out with this set that I'm super happy about, there is value throughout a lot of the rarity slots. So, for instance, Mythic actually might be one of the least... There's a few really high value and a lot of not value at all.
The variance is...
Yeah, I mean, Imperial Recruiter and Jace, those are awesome, but then if you pull a tree, you just feel bad about yourself. Like, you know what I mean? And there's a few middle-of-the-ground things like Click and Obliterator and Master of the Wild Hunt. All of those are fine.
Yeah, they're all right.
But Doomsday and Armageddon, I love those cards, but they're not necessarily high value.
I'd feel bad pulling Doomsday, honestly.
I'd be happy with it just because I love Doomsday, but...
But, like, you
want value in Mythic, and so that is not really there.
I mean, I want playability in Masters.
That's fair. Jumping down to like rare, there's a decent amount of value in the rare slots.
Definitely.
So
rare gets
a lot. So Blood Moon's up there again. Azusa is there. Elvish Piper is fantastic. Eidolon and Courser. Pact of Negation.
Of course.
Living Wish isn't necessarily super high value, but it is a unique printing of this.
We get Rest in Peace,
Thalia, Summoner's Pact, and then all the way down we do have the filter lands. Which are a lot of people say like a land cycle kind of makes or breaks a master set just because it adds so much value to whatever slot that it's in. These aren't adding a ton of value, but they are at the like $10 to $15 range right now just because they don't have many reprints, if any. And so we're going to see that price drop, obviously, but it's not like they're going to get dirt cheap. And so there is value there. In addition, Pendelhaven and Rashaden Port are hugely important.
I mean, those lands will...
Those will hold value, and those will be good. Pendelhaven maybe a little less so, just because Infect is a little less viable at the moment, at least in Modern.
Sure. I think there's still a few decks that might want to use it, though.
Oh, yeah.
But regardless, the filter lands are an interesting choice. I didn't expect them really to get a reprint anytime soon.
Did you not?
No, I really didn't.
I'm kind of surprised you didn't, actually.
Just because, like, what format aside from Commander uses filter lands?
Occasionally you see them in Modern. Occasionally. It's not prominent by any means.
Not at all. I cannot remember the last time I watched a Modern event that had someone used.
I believe I've seen Cascade Bluffs in a few like red blue aggro kind of decks, Delver decks and stuff. But again, it's been a while, so
I don't know. I like them. I think that having a larger accessible land base. What am I trying to say?
More accessibility for these lands.
Words.
Yeah. It's late.
But I think that's good. I think getting more options for
a
variety of formats is fine.
And on top of that, I think the filter lands they have seen at least over the past, couple of years maybe, not a huge creep in price, but it's been kind of steadily rising. And so to drop this down a little bit with the reprint just seems good to me. Super happy about that. I like that these were included because I do think, again, a land cycle doesn't always make or break a master set, but it does really help that value.
Sure.
In addition, moving to uncommon, there's a lot of good value as well. Curse Catcher is, I think, one of my most...
It's huge.
I'm super happy about Curse Catcher.
The one card we missed that I wanted.
What was it?
Fitchin' Kinks, dude.
Oh, Fitchin' Kinks. Yeah.
That's the one card that I've been waiting for in a Master
They should have
set.
reprinted it. That seems really stupid to me. No surprise. Yeah. But there is plenty of other value. So Simeon Spirit Guide at uncommon. Street Wraith is at uncommon. Bolt is at uncommon. Then going down to common, there's a unique printing of Dark Ritual, which I think is really interesting. There's also Brainstorm. Diabolic Edict is great in Pauper.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty much great.
It is kind of just great. Counterspells in here. Again, some of these reprints that have gone down, like Hordling Outburst, are in here. Jackal Pup is actually really good for mono red. Loyal Sentry is a great card. Nettle Sentinel's great. Mana War's great. There's a lot of good cards, and I'm not saying they're necessarily super high value, but they do add value to that slot.
Sure.
And that, I think, is super important for a Master set, and really something that we've been lacking over the last couple. I think Modern Masters 2017 was decent, but really only because the rare slot had the fetch lands, and so it added so much estimated value to the actual packs.
Sure.
The commons and uncommons, there weren't too many that were, amazing. You know what I mean?
No. And then we all know about Iconic Masters, of course,
Iconic just
being...
flop.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy about this set. I know a lot of people tend to be on the fence about this one because, for whatever reason, people really just like to hate on Master sets, I feel like.
I mean, I think we got spoiled in the beginning, right?
Yeah, definitely.
2015, was it?
Well, 2013 was
very
the first
set
Master set, which was insane.
Yeah.
2015 was a bit more of a flop. It was it's notably not really all that great. There's great cards in it, but there were really only a few. And it, as a draft format, it wasn't quite as fleshed out as the first one. And then Modern Masters 2017 was, I think, a little bit back towards the original Modern Masters. There wasn't too much value through common and uncommon, which is what I think it was lacking, but the rare and mythic slot was great, so I thought that one did fairly well. As a draft format, it was also pretty good. And then Iconic was just garbage.
Yeah, Iconic was not
Had about one card that you cared about.
Yep. And they put it in Mythic.
Yep. Gotta love that mana drain.
Did it need to be Mythic?
Yeah.
Did it, though?
Yeah, I don't think the issue was that mana drain was at Mythic. I think the issue was that there was nothing else in the set that was worth that much.
Well, I mean, that's its own problem, but I don't think a counterspell deserves to be Mythic.
I think if the counterspell is... Force of Will.
But that's free.
Yeah, but this gives you some free thing basically next turn. Mana Drain does.
Yeah, I understand.
Do you know what I mean?
I know, but
Mana Drain is really good.
It's really good. It's not Mythic good. I'm just saying, if they printed it rare, that's more Mana Drain. It's more Mana Drain for everybody.
Yeah, but then
it wouldn't have saved the set.
No, it wouldn't have saved the set.
So what?
Any other, general thoughts on this set is, I think it's going to be pretty good. So, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think there are good cards in it. It will be fun to draft, but it's kind of boring. There are cards that I wanted, but it just feels disjointed. And I get that it's cards from the 25 years of Magic.
Yeah,
So it needed stuff from everything. That's why we have Ravenous Chupacabra in there.
Right.
Which makes freaking
honestly
sense.
Though, in a draft focus format,
oh yeah.
I think
in limited, he's a king.
And I do think even in this set, it would be good, even though it's slower than a lot of other things.
But I don't know, man. I don't know.
I just think they could have picked some better cards. That's my biggest
Definitely.
And not necessarily just to add value to the set. I just mean more useful cards.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ancient Stirrings is a good one, by the way. I forgot to mention Ancient Stirrings.
I feel like Commander players always love these sets, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's so much stuff in here for
them. I do like that they are there are a lot of different things that are hitting a lot of different formats. So, again, Brainstorm hitting Pauper and hitting, Legacy and Vintage stuff. There's also, Modern Curse Catcher being in there is pretty important. Swords to Plowshares being just good removal. That's just a go-to reprint. Simeon Spirit Guide hitting Modern. A lot of Pauper stuff, as we talked about. And then, of course, Commander. They have Prosh and What was the other one?
4 commanders?
Yeah.
You thinking of Rurik-Thar?
No. Up. That one. Animar.
Oh. Animar's pretty good.
Yeah, Animar's pretty good. Prosh is great. Food chain deck for the most part, but it's really, really sweet.
Prosh is pretty good. Yeah. I like playing with Prosh.
I like Prosh. I don't necessarily think he was the best choice, but I do like Prosh. I think Olaro might have been better. Anyway. Nicobolus, he's in there.
The before Planeswalker Nicobolus.
Yes, with really cool art. It's not, I mean, we've seen that art before,
I was going to say,
but it's just cool.
Yeah. But anyway,
yeah.
It's... There's Jace.
There is Jace.
So we'll buy it.
Yeah. I'll buy a lot of it, because that's just what I do.
Oh, jeez.
All right. With that being said, let us know what your thoughts are on Masters 25 in the comments section. I know a lot of people, again, are either... This seems to be a fairly polarizing set. A lot of people either really like it because it's cool, it's seeing a lot of different cards and stuff like that, or they really hate it because they made bad decisions in it. Whatever your opinion is, just let us know in the comments section. We'll have a discussion about it. Dude, you hit the camera every time. Why do you always do that?
Hey guys, did you feel that earthquake? It's freaking wild.
Moving on, we have our question of the week. Will, I'm counting on you to have the next question of the week.
Dude, I got it. I already got it. You want to hear it?
Not yet.
Good.
So the last question of the week for this past week was basically, if you didn't catch last week's episode, we talked about the Challenger decks. Which, for the first time in a while, got me really excited about a sealed product from Wizards, because it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, they're nice.
A lot of value in those, and we wanted to know basically which deck you were most excited about or which one you wanted to pick up most. Will.
Hi.
Which one do you think won?
The red deck has the most value. That's the one I think won.
Okay. Do you want to do second and third, or you just want to do...
Second?
Yeah.
I'm sticking with Winding Constrictor.
Okay.
Because, I mean, there's pushes in there. It's probably the most... Yeah, it's probably the most synergistic. Maybe except for the Vehicles deck.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm still going with Constrictor.
I like the Constrictor deck.
And then Vehicles. I don't think the white-blue deck has people excited, even though it's a fun combo.
It is a fun combo. Okay, so in third place, we have a tie between the Approach deck, no surprise there, and the Winding Constrictor deck. I'm a little unhappy about that. I wanted that to win. Didn't think it would, but I wanted it to.
Oh.
Yeah. Vehicles came in second with 4 votes. For a lot of people seem to really want Vehicles, apparently. Well, 4 people. Red came in first with 10 votes, so it won by a very large margin.
All my red players stand
up. There's just so much value in that deck,
yeah.
And red just is good right now.
I'm telling you, this is terrible for Wizards and business and my own plans, but you can resell the cards in that deck for more than you can buy the deck for.
Yeah. So buy a lot of them.
Do it. So do it.
The problem with that is if you buy it and hold on to it, they will lose value. So don't do that.
Well, don't hold
Once they rotate out.
Well, yeah, don't hold on to it.
Standard.
Don't hold on to it. Freaking sell it.
So what's the question of the week, Will?
Question of the week. What card needs the reprintist? What card needs to be reprinted the most? That one.
Wow, it's late. All right, I'm good with that.
Yeah, what card needs a reprint the most or the worst? But you're eloquent. Word it better than me.
Okay. What card most needs a reprint?
Hey.
That's smooth. All right.
Sentence structure is important.
So we of course are going to end on our Kraken packs. We do have our goal cards. Mine is Nezahal, the Primal Tide. I always get the names mixed up, but I believe it is Nezahal.
Galta, the
big scary
one.
12/12.
The hangry dinosaur.
Oh. Well, that became first pickable now. Ooh,
no, it didn't. He's a liar. I didn't get it.
That's okay. No, I didn't get mine either.
I did get a dinosaur.
Well, that's good.
Silver-clad Ferocidons.
Ooh, ferocious.
Yeah, dude. I think that's probably the pick, too.
I got Temple Altasar.
Yeah.
I do like this card a lot. It's a very defensive card.
I was going to say, it's pretty much a wall.
It is just a wall. But I kind of like that. It's kind of either between that or like Water Knot, because I just really like Water Knot as blue removal. I think I would take the Temple Altasar.
Yeah. I don't really have anything else. Bombard is an option, but
I like Bombard.
If you're going with the bread philosophy, then Silverclad Ferocidons is the pick. Yeah.
All right, guys. Yeah. It's late. I'm going to go to bed.
Well, technically it's early.
It's early. I'm going to go to bed because I have to wake up for work in like less than 6 hours. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode. We really do appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who participated in our giveaway. Again, we really appreciate that as well. Make sure to comment down below about Masters 25 as well as the question of the week. And until the next episode, I guess we'll see you later.
Yeah.
My name's Kevin.
My name's Will.
This has been It Resolves.
They signed off. Curiously?
What?